My name is James A. Olson. Ole. I've been around horses all my life, but the first I can remember is I used to ride a horse my dad had after the cattle when I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. The earliest I can remember plowing, it was in a steep side hill, and my dad said, "You got to plow that hill with the horses in the walking plow." And that's what I done. And I learned a lot just by, you got to do it this way? Okay. And another one was the cultivator, cultivating corn. I guess a lot of places they call it plowing corn. I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and I was crying. I can see myself today. I stand there crying. I said, "Dad, I don't know how to do this." And he says, "Don't worry, the horses know more than you do." When my daughter was about 13, 14 years old, I had a couple horses, and my daughter, she fell in love with the horses, and we've been showing ever since. But I have to tell you a little story on my daughter. We was at the local fair, and I broke my horses pretty good. And when we was at the fair, why, she was out with the cart class, so I had to go over and watch her. And as I walked through the back lot, one of the kids, they'd let their saddle horses, hadn't tied it too good. I walked up towards the horse, I hollered, "Ho!" The horse stopped. I took the horse by the lead rope, went over and tied it up. I get over to the ring where they were showing, and my daughter's doing all kinds of, and my daughter says, "Don't you ever holler ho when I'm in that ring with the horse again." I was probably a city block away, but that horse heard my voice and stopped dead at a trot. What I look for in a horse, I don't really know. I think it's the way the horse looks at me. A good horse to me is one that when I walk up to it and look at it, that horse is just like my dog. You know, you could walk up to it, and that horse knows that we have a bond between us almost instantly. I'd say, "No, look, I can crawl right under this horse, and she will not move. I could go to bed in here tonight and lay down next to her, and she'd never touch me." That's the difference in the. And I can look at it, and I almost know that what this horse will be like. With these draft horses, that's farm horses, they're pretty calm, quiet, bomb-proofs you could call them. They're bomb-proof. My neighbor owned that walking plow. His dad, who was a blacksmith, passed away many, many years ago, owned that plow. And my neighbor gave it to me. He said, "You deserve it." Yeah, and I've won many contests with that plow. First on the left-hand horse, her name is Irene's Texas Lady. She come out of South Dakota. And she come out of there as a colt. And the right-hand mare, her name is Silver Oak Sandra. When I looked at that horse in the pen, Sandy, she didn't have a halter on. She wasn't broke to halter. She wasn't broke to anything. I said, "That looks like a pretty good horse to me." And we brought her home, and in the first year I broke her, I had her with a gelding then. I had an old mare in the middle and the 2 colts on the outside. I put them on a spring-tooth harrow, and I told my daughter to drive them. And after about 3-4 hours, I said, "Lori, I think that's our team for the lead in the circus parade." And I'll be, if it didn't happen, that the Draft Horse Journal was taking pictures down there, and I got almost a full-page picture of our team on the cage wagon, hauled Cody the Lion. Yeah. Those horses are harnessed almost every day, sometimes not on Sundays, or if it's raining or something like that, but most every day. And they know exactly what I want to do with them. I can hook the lines up, lay the lines on the hame, and go in the house, have breakfast, and come out, and that team will be standing there. Do I have a trust in the horses? I think I have a deep trust in them, and I know what they're capable of and what they'll do for me.
Jim won the Walking Plow Contest yesterday.
The sulky plow, I bought that from an Amish. It had been wrecked, but I can assure you that out in that ground there today, the Pioneer plows, it was a selling card for Pioneer plows. I belong to the Iowa-Minnesota State Line Plow Club for about 25 years. The club is 30 years old, and I probably plowed with them for 15 years before I took home my first ribbon, and I think that was a 7th place finish. I tell you what, it was the camaraderie and the socializing and just competing and listening to them old boys that if they told me that my evener was too wide, I should use a 38-inch evener on the 14-inch plow, that's what I tried. And if they told me I should have my horses harnessed and checked this way, I listened, and that's what I done. And after years of doing what they said, and learning from other people's mistakes, pretty soon I started getting up in the winning column. I think I don't ever plan on hanging up my harnesses because I really enjoy it. I love doing it.